Hi everyone, welcome back. To my wonderful subscribers, thank you once again for joining me. If you're visiting for the first time, welcome. In today's video, I'll be showing you several ways in which you can apply your rosemary hair oil, hair tea, and what you can do to reap the most from your rosemary herb after applying it to your scalp. So first, we will look at the rosemary essential oil. Whenever you're about to use rosemary essential oil, you must dilute it. You can dilute rosemary essential oil in jojoba, coconut, olive, or any oil of your choice. Now, I choose to dilute my rosemary essential oil in the form of drops, meaning that I am not going to measure it. I'm simply going to count how many drops of rosemary essential oil I add to my carrier oil. This is not the way to measure your essential oils. The best way to measure your essential oils before diluting it is by using a high precision lab scale. And most of us, we do not have that in our homes. So we have to work with what we have. So for the sake of this video, my measurement is 5 drops of essential rosemary oil in 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. However, I will be using this oil over several weeks. I will not apply all of this to my scalp at once. The next ingredient I'll be showing you is the rosemary infused oil that I prepared in my last video. I will show you how I apply this. Now, what's important with anything you apply to your scalp, whether it's oils or hair teas, is that you should always warm them up before using them. And the third thing I will apply to my scalp is the rosemary hair tea. The rosemary hair tea, you can prepare this in various ways. One way is by adding hot water to the fresh rosemary herb and leave it for a few hours. Then you can transfer it to an applicator bottle or spray bottle and apply this to your scalp. Or you can boil the fresh herb just for a few minutes, 15 minutes, leave it to cool, transfer it to your applicator bottle or whatever jar you choose, and then apply it to your scalp. Or the dried rosemary herbs, you can actually boil this and use this as your hair tea. And there are 2 other ways of using rosemary, which I will speak about later in this video. Now let's move on to how to apply the oils and rosemary tea to your scalp. When it comes to applying the oils to your scalp, you can use your fingers. Simply dip them and apply the oil to your scalp. Or you can use a dropper, that's my favorite, or you can use an applicator bottle. So you can apply your hair teas or your hair oils to your scalp using an applicator bottle. I prefer the ones that have nozzles that you can adjust. Now, where exactly on the scalp are we going to be applying our oils? I usually focus on 3 specific areas. The middle portion of my head, from the front to the back, the right side from front to back, and the left side. I avoid going to the edges because I don't want my face and my sides and my neck to become oily. Eventually, the oil and the tea, they will get there. Now, how much oil or hair tea are we applying to the scalp? So if you pay attention to what I'm doing now, I'm only applying very tiny drops in each area. You don't want to be soaking your scalp with oil or hair tea unless you're going to wash it out afterwards. So after applying your oil or your hair tea, gently massage your scalp at least for 15 minutes to get all that goodness in. So here are some of the ways in which you can reap the most from your essential oils or your infused oils or your hair tea that is made from rosemary. One of the first ways, and it's one of my favorites, is the inversion method. After applying my oils or hair tea, I do the inversion method. For 4 minutes, I massage my scalp gently, and afterwards I raise up slowly. However, with the inversion method, there are several contraindications. For example, if you're suffering from high blood pressure, if you're pregnant, if you have any form of cardiovascular disease, etc. I'm going to leave a list here for you to screenshot. So, if you're suffering from any of these, or if you're pregnant, please avoid doing the inversion method. But you might be wondering, okay, I can't do the inversion method. What can I do to reap the most from my rosemary herbs? Don't worry, I've got you. So if you can't do the inversion method, this is what you do. After massaging your scalp for 15 minutes, simply put on a shower cap. If you don't have a shower cap, just pop a plastic bag on your head. The heat from your body will allow that oil or the tea to work its magic for your follicles. So you can leave on your shower cap for an hour. Go about your business. And if you wish, you can rinse your hair after, or if you don't want to, then don't. Now, if you want to take it up a notch, you can even put on a heating cap. Now, I wish I had my heating cap here. Unfortunately, I don't, because it's another great way to get the herbs to penetrate your scalp and work well. Put on your heating cap for half an hour, read a book, or listen to some music. Then you can either wash your hair or you can leave it like that. There are 3 other things you can do. 1, you can leave your oil or your hair tea on your scalp overnight and wash it out the next morning. Another way you can reap the most from your rosemary essential oil, infused oil, or rosemary hair tea is by applying them to your scalp. Well, apply the tea or the oil to your scalp, and if you exercise, you go ahead with exercising. That blood circulation to your scalp, in combination with those herbs working their magic, will be great at promoting hair growth. This is one of my absolute favorite ways to use my essential oils or my infused oils and my hair teas. You see, on Wednesdays before exercising, I would apply any one of them to my scalp and then go ahead with my exercising business. Another very effective way of reaping the benefits of rosemary herbs is by applying the oil or teas to your scalp, and then you put on a low light laser helmet. Low light laser helmets have been proven to increase the growth of thinning hair. So that, in combination with rosemary herbs, is going to be powerful. However, A low light laser helmet is not cheap, I understand. But if you have the bucks to spare and you want to invest, I believe it's going to be an excellent investment. These are some of the great ways to harness the power of your rosemary herbs after applying them in its different forms to your scalp. So let's talk about the best time to apply your rosemary oils or your hair tea. Personally, I prefer to do this in the morning, except on days when I'll exercise. Did you know that rosemary helps to promote memory? It helps to relax you. It helps you to concentrate better. So applying this first thing in the morning or after praying and reading my Bible, of course, it's going to help my memory to work better during the day. I'll be able to focus. I'll be more productive. That's exact time when I want my memory to be functioning at its maximum. The only time I apply rosemary to my scalp in the evening is before exercise, because I know the blood will be circulating through my body and to my brain and to my scalp. So let's talk about how often you should be applying your rosemary oils, essential oil, or hair tea. In my opinion, 2 to 3 times a week is enough. Can you use rosemary oil and hair tea at the same time? For me personally, on Mondays and Fridays, I apply the rosemary hair tea to my scalp, and on Wednesdays, I apply either the infused oil or the diluted essential oil. However, there are times when I'm remoisturizing my hair where I would apply the rosemary hair tea first to my scalp, and then I apply either the infused oil or the diluted essential oil. Now, if you are new to using rosemary, I would advise to stick to either the hair tea, the infused oil, or the diluted essential oil only, because rosemary can cause allergic reactions. Let's talk about other ways in which you can use rosemary. During the winter months, you can prepare rosemary tea. Add 1 to 2 grams of herbs to 150 milliliters of water and take 1 to 2 cups daily. However, if you're not a tea drinker fan like me, you can improvise. In the summer months, I prefer to make rosemary popsicles. I add some lemon and some honey and I freeze it. That's my way of enjoying rosemary. So lovely people, we've come to the end of this video, and I hope that you've learned something new. I hope that you've gained some new knowledge. Please remember to stay beautiful, and until next time, remember your self-care journey starts now.